Hello everyone and welcome back to Mariana Math Books. My name is Mariana and today I am here with an indie deck haul. I was going to make this a last 10 decks tag because I counted and I thought I had 7 decks. And you can tell I'm really bad at math because I have 11 decks and I don't know why I counted and thought I had 7. So I can't do last 10 decks because I have 11 decks, which one makes me really bad at math and two makes me really worried about my shopping habits. But never mind that, we will just proceed with the haul. Before I start, just a quick disclaimer. I had filmed this haul twice and I messed up both times. So what I did was I took the good parts of one video with the good parts of another video, so you will see both recordings. This is going to be a haul with a lot of firsts, and I'm going to start with my first Lenormand deck, and that is the Silson Lenormand by Malpertuis, which is the publisher that also publishes the Tildwyck Tarot. I'm going to put the name of the creator of the decks on screen because I didn't follow them since before. I mean, I'm aware of the Tildwyck Tarot, but I didn't follow them. And I know that the creator of the decks sadly passed away after he created them, and now his brother runs the publisher, so I will link them down below so you can go follow them, check out their decks. The Tildwyck is a beautiful tarot and they have so many cool Lenormand decks, which is why this is my first Lenormand. I had never wanted to buy a Lenormand. Wait, hold on, let me show you the cards while I talk about them. It comes in a 2-part box like this. I already opened it because it's super hard to open. And the cards are in this old, like, medieval style. I damaged this card. I did it myself, so the cards came fine. It comes with the cards and a small guidebook, which is small but really excellent. So this is the second time I'm filming this haul. So some cards are they were in order because I like to film hauls when the decks are still in order, but I already filmed this haul and I'm refilming because I messed up the filming. So some cards will be upright and some will be reversed, and they are all not in order. So this deck is completely done in like a medieval type style, and the titles are in Latin, and it has this like very old timey manuscript. And if you go to the website, the creator actually writes that this is kind of like a historical fiction type deck. I don't know if that's the exact term he used, I don't remember, but that's like the sentiment, because Lenormand is obviously not medieval, like it wasn't created in the Middle Ages. So he wanted to create Lenormand in the Marseille style, but then when he was working on it, it turned into this type of style. I saw this on Instagram and I don't own any Lenormand. I told myself that I wasn't going to buy Lenormand because I don't read with Lenormand. I don't know how to. But when I saw this one, and I just couldn't pass it up. If you know me, you know that this is so me, this aesthetic. So I couldn't pass it up when I saw it, and I just had to get it. So I told myself, you know, this is going to be my first Lenormand deck. Of course, now that I have one, I've been looking at others, and now I want to learn how to read with Lenormand. But this is the Silson Lenormand by Malpertuis, and these are the backs. From my first Lenormand deck, I'm going to move on to my first playing card deck. And this is a similar story. I don't own any playing card decks. I never have. And, I don't know how to read with cards. I don't do cartomancy. But when I was going through Etsy, as one does, I came across this and I couldn't pass it up. Again, it's a similar story than the Seals on Lenormand. And it is the medieval animal playing cards, which you can sense a theme, and you can see why I couldn't pass it up. Again, if you know me, you know I love medieval stuff. I love reading medieval history. I love medieval fantasy. I love it. And so when I saw this one, I couldn't pass it up. The illustrations are all taken like from marginalia, from medieval texts, and of course they are drawn in this like illustration style, well, where it's like very funny. Look at the little cat's face. And this one is done by Hannah Berggren. You can check her out on Etsy, on Instagram, and all like these are all her links. And it comes, of course, in a talk box. These are the backs of the cards, which have all little medieval animal drawings, and everything is, Hannah is an illustrator, and so everything is painted by her. So the cards are going to be all out of order. I had separated them, but this is the second time I'm filming. So it's all done like, it's all hand painted. The numbers are in script. I mean, they're hand painted, but they have this type. Of old style script. And here you can see one of the court cards. So all the court cards are these funky, funny medieval animals, and I'm just going to start laying them out now. So you can see they are all done like this, and they are all hand painted. Look at the beautiful script for the numbers in the pip cards. It's just really beautiful. I love the what are they called? Are these called clovers? I'm not sure. In Spanish they are terboles, but I love the terboles. They are my favorite from the pips. These are jokers, and so it's just a beautiful, beautiful set of playing cards. The aces look like this. They have again the beautiful script and some really beautiful motif in the middle. So these are what they look like. I'm just going to flip through them a bit more. Again, the aces with the beautiful script and the beautiful motif. I'm going to try to find more cards. So here is like a queen, for example, king, the ace of the spades, and with the beautiful. I really, really love the aces in this, and I love the script. And the cardstock is like a linen cardstock, very, very good. Here is the cat that, if you have seen medieval stuff, you've probably seen this cat because he is very famous. And yeah, so this one is the Medieval Animals Playing Cards by Hannah Berggren. In the same way where once I bought one Lenormand, I'm now eyeing some others. Once I bought those playing cards, I allowed myself to buy more. There is a playing card set that I had always admired on Etsy. It's by a creator I really love who I follow on Instagram. And once I bought the medieval animal playing cards, I was like, okay, well, I can get those other playing cards that I had never bought, because even though I love them, I was like, oh, I don't read with playing cards, I don't need those, like why will I buy them? And they are these really, really fancy, beautiful ones called the this is, well, hold on, okay, yeah, it's, no, here. The Liber Ludorum, oh sorry, Liber Ludorum playing cards by Ian Comsty, who is Scotty Press on Instagram. And these are absolutely beautiful, and these are Celtic style, so I think it's also, I might be wrong, but I think it's also medieval. It's just Celtic style. This is the title card, one of the title cards. It has many. I guess this is the main title card with the title of the deck, but this is my favorite one. And honestly, I could frame this. Like, I could frame and hang this. This type of script, this type of, like, I think it's called Carolingian script. Like, this type of script is my absolute favorite. And it's done so beautifully. This one is also hand painted. Of course, I mean, of course the cards are not hand painted, but you know what I mean. He painted them and then he prints them, and he prints them in this beautiful linen. So these are the title cards, but then these are, you have, because it's wash painted, I don't know if you can see the texture, but you can tell that it's hand painted. You can tell that, oh wait, no, this is my favorite title card. This one, this is the one that I want to frame. Oh, they are so beautiful that I could frame everything. Like, I could frame this, but this is the one, stunning. And in this one, this is how the aces look. So you can see, very Celtic in style. And the pips are absolutely beautiful. Look at these spades. Like, these spades are gorgeous. These are the hearts. It's just super beautiful. When I'm doing videos in English, where I struggle is with the adjectives. I feel like I don't have enough vocabulary to say adjectives that are not amazing, cool, things like that. Stunning, you know, those are the things I keep saying. So these are the court cards. So you can see the jack, and then you can see the queen. And then you can see the king, and again the aces. Again, absolutely beautiful, painted in wash. Ian Comsty, Scotty Press. Please check his work out. He's amazing. I actually got another deck by him, but I will show that one to you when I do my Marseille haul, because I bought also a lot of my Marseille stuff, but I'm waiting for Christmas, because that's when my uncle will come to Mexico to visit and bring me the Marseille stuff that I've gotten. So when I have my Marseille stuff, I will show you the deck I got from him. But definitely go check his Etsy shop. Bibi at Pure Red Velvet just uploaded her first video of a series of collection videos that she's going to be doing, and in her first one she's showing her playing card collection. So definitely go check Bibi's video out, because that one was great. I'm then going to move on to Oracle decks, and I'm going to start with one that you all probably know, which is the deck of character. The deck of character is a deck that I've loved ever since I first saw it. I saw it a long time ago on Tarot 2, and I really loved it. But I don't know why I hadn't bought it yet. And now I have, so here it is. And I'm just going to show it really quick, because I think you probably all already know it. So this is a really unique Oracle deck that has, it's kind of doing its own thing. And it has three, okay, the cards are super slippery. I had this problem when I was filming the haul the first time. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you have different types of cards. You have character cards, such as this one, Wizard, Baby Angel, speaking about Bibi. And then you have tool cards like this one, Compass, Queen Reaper, Ghost. You have Farmer. Okay, these are all the character cards. So you have character cards, you have tool cards, but then you also have You also have cards that are places, so like mountain or ocean or open road. And so the idea is that you ask a question and then you place 3 cards. You place a character card, you place a tool card, and then you place the place card. So for instance, farmer, compass, open road. And so there you can already very clearly see like a story, like an answer, right? So that is how you would read with the deck of character. And I don't know, I think there are so many ways to play with this. It's so versatile. Like for instance, you could take the character cards and use them like as significators in a reading, or you could take the tour cards and read it just like a single object oracle, like you would one of those. Or I mean, there are many ways you can play with this. So that's why I really loved it. And there's something about this type of doodle that really attracts me. I just bought a mass market deck that has this type of like really rough doodle style that I don't know what else to say. Deck of character, finally bought it. Next, I'm going to show you a little tiny adorable oracle that my sister brought me from Argentina, and it is El Oráculo del Gato, or the Oracle of the Cat. Very simple, and it is just a tiny adorable cat oracle, but don't skip this just yet, because the best part about this is not only the size. So the box you can see is very big, but the cards inside are tiny. And not only the size of the deck, these are the backs of the cards. I feel like I forgot to show you the backs for other decks. I'll see if in the end I show you the backs of everything. So these are the backs of this one, and it is just like this. It is by Zoila Watson on Instagram. It's all in Spanish, and title card, and it's all like this. You have the drawing of the cat, and you have a word, just one word. And again, this doodle style that I like, and it seems like fairly standard. It seems like just your average cat oracle, but it has the best keywords and some keywords that I had never seen anywhere before. So I'm going to show you some of my favorites. Like this one, for instance, it says desophisticación, which would mean on sophistication or something like that. So like not sophisticated. And so you have the cat just like sprawling like with chips on top, you know. Like I feel like this is my card, on sophistication. I mean, look at this card. It's also very funny. It has a lot of humor. Like this one says different perspective, and you have his you know. It also has some words like acceptance, stuff like that any other oracle has. This one says camouflage, and it's all the stuffed animals. Again, it has a lot of sense of humor. Goodbye to the past. I'm telling you, it's very funny. This one says to philosophize for a while. And then, I don't know, you have stuff like this, improvise, which I think improvise is a great word, and it's not the type of word that you usually see in an oracle. I'm trying to find one that I think is just so random, but I think it's so funny. This one says to flirt. To flirt. This was one of the ones that I showed you when I filmed this haul before, because when have you seen an oracle that has a flirt card? Oh, this is the one that I was trying to find. Of course, it's almost at the end. It just says pop 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 poker face, like the song. I don't know. It's random. I feel like this deck is random and funny, but also really good. I've done readings with a friend, and I've seen, on Instagram readings other people have done, and it's surprisingly deep and accurate, and straight to the point at the same time. It has been a nice it has been a nice surprise, because it really is. I mean, it's not only cute and funny, it really is excellent as an oracle. So this is El Oráculo del Gato by Zoila Watson on Instagram. The next one, if you've seen my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen it, and it is the Anatomized Oracle by Bethan Hamilton on Etsy. This one I kind of want to film a separate video to do a review of this, because I absolutely adore the cards, but I was expecting a bit more from the guidebook based on the description of the deck and other stuff that I will go on when I do a review. But the cards are amazing, and I'm really, really thrilled to have found it and to have it. So, as the title suggests, this is an anatomy oracle. So you have the cards are just anatomical illustrations. So the breast, the human cell, the eye, the hand, the stomach, the pancreas, the central nervous system, the rib cage. So it's really, really good in that sense. I've been wanting this type of oracle that's just pure anatomy, and I have the energy archaeology deck, but I feel like that's not really, really like anatomy. I like it because it has the name of the bones, but it's more like spiritual type oracle. This one is more directly anatomical, and actually that's what I wanted from the guidebook. Janiki at Catomanzi Tarot talked about how she prefers like scientific facts in her animal oracles, and to know about like the animals themselves, and that's what gives her the reading, and that's the same for me in this case. But again, I will do a proper review when I talk about it. I will just say that I don't need a guidebook to read this, just because of my health problems and the illness that I have. I have so like a personal relationship to so many of these cards. The kidney card is going to make me cry. The lung card is going to make me cry. I love lungs on cards, and every time I see a deck that has lungs, I'm very interested in it, because it's very special to me for reasons. And when I saw that there was, when I was flipping through this and there was a kidneys card, I wow. Anyway, so I have a personal story with not every single card, but like with a lot of cards in this, and I just feel like it speaks by itself. At least to me, it does. So I love it, and I can use it without a guidebook. But I will review the deck because I want to talk in depth about the why why I wanted more. But in summation, I wanted a bit more. I had talked to the creator before, and she did really amazing research when she did this oracle, and I just wanted to see a bit more about the research in the guidebook, which I totally understand why it's not there. Like, not everyone is this nerd person that wants research in their I mean, like deep research in their guidebooks. So I'll do a review, but you know, this is, I'm super thrilled to have this. You've already seen this in my Instagram because I've already used it, and I'm excited to use it more in many different ways. Like, I feel like this will be super versatile for me. So this is the Anatomized Oracle by Beth Ann Hamilton. So the next two decks I'm going to show you are by the same creator, and the first one is the Craft Decadence Oracle. They are by La Green Witch, who you can find on Etsy. You can find her on Patreon. You can find her on Instagram. There's a card fell down, silent treasure. So I guess you can see this one, and this is how the deck looks. If you want a really good walkthrough of this, you can go check out Meg's channel, Meg Rose Honey Ritual. These are the backs of the cards. You know what? I'm going to show you the backs of everything at the end, because I've forgotten to show you some backs. This one just comes with this small pamphlet. But I love it because it's actually like what's it called? Not resources, but like the what's it called? I mean, it is the name of the art that you can find in the collages. That's what I want in my decks. I want research. I want sources. I want sources. What's the name I'm looking for? Is it sources? Anyway, it has the art stuff in here. This is a collage oracle, as you can see from here. Am I in frame? Yes, this is tiny, of course it's in frame. And the really special part about this is not only the collages, but the words. So for instance, this says, return of misfortune, inescapable fate, unforeseen doom. That's very oracle-y. Let me find one that's not so oracle-y. Let me find the card that when I saw the walkthrough, I thought I need I need this deck, absolutely need this deck. But you can see the style is absolutely stunning. It's kind of like this gothic vibes, dark type of aesthetic that I really love. Of course, I can't find the card that I'm looking for. It's probably at the end. Here it is. Idealized tragedy. Thirst for drama, emotion lost. It's me. Idealized tragedy. I feel like this is the motto of my family. So I had to get this deck. So as I said, the next deck is by the same creator, and it is the Heavy Iridescent Oracle, which is also a collage deck and also amazing. So this one she offers in English and in French. Of course, I had to get the French version. I just did. The first walkthrough that I had watched of this deck was done. Wait, I'm going to put this one aside. So the first walkthrough that I had seen of this deck was in French, and so I had already heard the keywords in French. And then when I found in English, I saw one of the cards that I had liked, and I didn't love the keyword in English. Not because it's a bad translation, obviously, because I mean, I'm not the creator of this deck. But because I feel like there are some words that, even though can be translated, like you can translate them, you can't translate the feeling of them. You can translate the meaning, but you don't necessarily translate the feeling or the vibe, or I don't know how to put it. And that's what happened to me with that card. I didn't get the same feeling or the same vibe from the card. And so if I decided that I would get it in French. So this deck, actually the deck that I wanted by her was the Craft Decadence, and it's funny because I was on Instagram looking at a different deck that I am thinking of buying, and I saw someone pair it with the Craft Decadence, and I didn't know that one. And when I saw it, I was like, what is that deck? I need it. It's so amazing. But then when I went into her Game Crafters store, I saw this one and I thought, oh my god, this is also amazing. I'm going to have to get it as well. And this one, the card that convinced me that I needed this deck was this one, which is why I took it apart earlier, and it is the Joan of Arc card, which says La Puissance Celeste, which I guess would be like celestial power, and that's like the off-the-cuff translation I'm going for at the moment. I don't remember what's the translation in the actual English version deck, but I love the aesthetic of it. I love the word. I love what it makes me feel. And so that's why I decided that I needed this deck. And in this book, it does have like a small phrase for each card, which I appreciate because even though I understand a bit of French, and you know, I can watch a video and understand well enough, I'm not fluent and I'm not an expert. So I appreciate having the explanation for what the creator was going for with each card. Heavy Iridescent Oracle by La Green Witch. But then in her shop, I saw that she's also the creator of the Noisy Museum Tarot, which is a tarot that I had seen on Green Eye Tarot's channel ages ago. And since she got it and showed a flip through, I fell in love with the deck. But I was scared to buy in those print-on-demand shops. I had never bought a deck on a print-on-demand shop, and so I didn't get it. But since I was already getting the oracles, when I saw it, I was like, I need to get the deck. And you know, I'm changing the way I read tarot. The way I read tarot is changing. And so there are some decks that I love on an aesthetic level, but that I think don't work for the way I read now. And collage decks can be that way because sometimes it's just like a mush of images and they look super cool, but there's no like directionality or anything. And one thing I really loved about this deck is that it has cards like this. These types of cards where there are like hands coming out, or like because they are very clear paintings, they do have a very clear directionality. So you get the idea. This is a collage deck of art, classical art. It's stunning. You can go watch a flip through. Green Eye Tarot has one. Garden Goddess Tarot has one. I'll link them down below. I'm not going to show it because I still have 2 more decks to show and it's already so long. So the final 2 tarot decks I'm going to show you, I feel like I'm going to show them quick because I would like to show them more in other videos. But those 2 are the ones that I'm most excited about. Like, I left the best for last. And they are the most luxurious decks I own, and they are both Pip/Marseille style, and I'm absolutely in love and I'm so glad I have them. And the first one is my first Il Meneghello deck. I always knew I wanted to get an Il Meneghello, and this is the Ferdinando Cripa I'm showing it backwards. This is the Ferdinando Kripa Tarot, which is not even one of the decks that I was eyeing from Il Meneghello. Like, I always thought I would buy the typical, the Neoclásico or the Bacheta, or like that, those types of really typical Il Meneghello decks, more classical in style. But I saw this one on Rachel's channel at Second Thoughts About the Mission, and it's the most beautiful deck I've ever seen. I am so glad I bought it. I honestly received it and I thought this is going to be my favorite reading deck ever. So first it comes obviously with this little paper that says it's a handmade product, and then it comes with a book that has like the numbers, and it's in Italian, and like I love it. My mom loves Italian and she was reading the guidebook in an Italian accent. So funny. These are the backs, which I'm obsessed with because I'm obsessed with solid color backs. I created one deck for myself that I left solid color because I love solid color backs. And this cardstock, people talk about Il Meneghello cardstock. What type of cardstock is this? Look, it has a different sound. Like, what is this? And then the cards are the coolest. So I'm just going to show a couple because again I feel like I want to do a video about it. But look at this style of cards. I am so glad that Rachel showed this in her video because it's amazing. I'm going to read with this all the time. And I'm going to do like a flip through or something, but I just want to show you the pips. The pips are like this. It has the number and the symbol. So it's all of them are like this. Honestly, I'm in love. I'm so thankful to Rachel, and I'm so glad that I was able to get it. And this has become my new favorite deck of all time. And I just want to do tons and tons of readings with this deck, which is the Ferdinando Kripa by Il Meneghello. And then finally, the Tarot de l'Étoile Cachée, which has a name in French, but it's actually produced by a British UK based magazine called Sabat Magazine. Sabat Magazine's Le Tarot de l'Étoile Cachée, and it is by an Italian artist called Elisa Seitzinger, or Seitzinger, I think, who I am obsessed with. I love her. I follow her on Instagram. I have her mass market deck, and I want to own every single deck that she does. She does these kind of like witchy, modern, Victorian, medieval vibes. How? Like, how? And this is the most fancy deck I have, the most luxurious. If you want a great review of this deck, you can watch Moon Baby, I think, his review. I will link it down. I will link everything down below. I will just show some cards, but again I want to do like a flip through. And so this opens like a drawer, so it has a ribbon and it opens like this. And then you have the book, which is all black paper. And the printing quality is honestly, it's giving me a nerdgasm. Like, I mean a designer-gasm. The production of this deck is giving me a designer-gasm. And you can see the review in Moonberry's channel. It's all black, kind of like art paper matte. And the ink is like metallic silver. And then the cards are all in that black art paper with that same silver ink. The illustrations are amazing because she's an amazing artist. I go follow her. I love her. Go check her out. And these are the backs. Everything is in this style. So this is a Marseille style deck. And look at the, I think this is my favorite lover's card I have ever seen. And it's like in this fancy art paper with this fancy printing. I can't see if I'm on frame or if it's like you can hear. It's amazing. I'm going to try to find some pips. So of course I can't find the pips. So here, for instance, we have the ones, and then you have these types. So it's like Marseille style. Like the pips are placed in a Marseille placing, but it's very modern, right? Like it has other types of things. But the ones go like this. The swords are curved, and then you have the pentacles, the cups. I will show this deck more thoroughly in another video, but this is the most luxurious, fancy, gorgeous, stunning deck I own, and I'm so glad that I have it. And I will follow Elisa citing her anything she does, really. So this is Sabat Magazine's Le Tarot de l'Étoile Cachée, and I mean, love. This one also has a very special sound and feel when you handle it. I won't do like this because I don't want to mess these cards up because they're so amazing, but it just sounds and feels, oh my god, it's literally the most luxurious deck I own. One of the videos that got messed up was the video where I filmed all the backs of all the decks. So if I missed the back of a deck, I'm sorry. I did film it, and the recording got messed up. Okay, so that was it. I'm going to go. I have stuff to do, real life stuff to do, and I've been filming all morning. But I really wanted to show you guys because there are such amazing decks. It's such a good haul. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah. So I hope you're having a good or have a good week. I don't know what day I'm going to upload this. But I will see you soon in another video. And in the meantime, I wish you happy reading.